remember first time I looked at the photos of Bouganville, and I was really surprised by the striking, bright colours. The sea, the rainforest, and the people even. The people have very dark skin, which is just, everything is just really kind of ultra bright and strong colours.
Sounds exotic enough, but Bouganville isn't exactly a safe place. In 1989, a civil war tore through the small island situated off the east coast of Papua New Guinea. The conflict, which claimed thousands of lives, started when Bougainvillians were refused a share of the Paguna copper mine, believed to be one of the largest in the world. They are now slowly trying to rebuild.
There's not a whole lot of resources there, so everybody's going through life trying to cope with the hardship, trying to just survive, really. My task is just to try to help people find different ways to cope in life, really.
Cecile is a counsellor for Volunteer Services Abroad, or VSA. It's an international agency helping developing countries in Africa, Asia and the Pacific. It's a demanding job that requires a certain type of person.
People that have a real heart to assist with other people in developing countries. So it's not just for the assignment, but it's actually living in the place as well, and getting on with the locals and being part of that local community.
Bougainville students don't really tend to share their emotions a lot with other people. So when they, first time they open up and share what's going on for them, quite often they say, I feel like just the burden is lightened, was just lifted off my shoulders.
The VSA has a long history of helping developing countries, so it's no surprise to find the person who founded the organisation as Sir Edmund Hillary. It was his work in Nepal that inspired many to volunteer, including Cecile Lee. This 26-year-old social worker got a chance to meet her hero before going back for her second stint in Bougainville.
Yeah, I was in Bougainville during the war.
Were you?
Yeah. A little frightening, Bougainville.
Yeah, that's what people think, but it's not too bad. Sir Ed was a really lovely person, and I was interested in his experience because I know he's been going to Nepal and helping people over there with the schools, hospitals, etc. for decades, really. So that he's just the person that gives everybody inspiration when you go through challenges and hardship, etc. So I asked him, and everybody knows Sir Ed, and I asked him to give me one message that I can take back to my students back in Bougainville, and he said,
aim high.
Right.
Look for challenges to meet, and aim high and overcome the problems.
Right.
Both your own problems and your school problems and the community problems.
Yes.
And there are many things to do.
And I think it's really, really, really quite fitting to Bougainville's situation. I mean, it'll be fitting for anybody who's going through a challenge. But to me, I thought, yes, that's the message that I'll take back, and I'll be able to tell my students it came from Sir Edmund Hillary. It should be great.
What's also great is that she has the full support of her parents.
I thought it could be a very good helping people, which I couldn't do before. If you remember, we had a Korean War in 1950-53. At that time, I was a very young boy, and we got a great help. And personally, my generation couldn't have good opportunity to return it. But my daughter is now going to do that. That's great.
If you have a chance to share what you've got, why not? If you don't do that, it's just going to be a waste, really. There's lots of people and lots of places out there that you can do that, and just grab the opportunity and do it. And I think to me that's priceless, that's really, really valuable. And by doing that, I am growing up myself, really.